Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know this looks a little different because you're used to seeing me and Aaron, but today this video is about me. How selfish, I know. Like, why would I make a video? Why would I have a channel with me and Aaron and make a video about me? I mean, you know. But anyways, so this video, as you can see by the title, if you clicked on, thank you for clicking. This video is going to be about my transition into veganism, I guess you could call it that. It's going to talk about how I became vegan, why I became vegan, and a lot of frequently asked questions that I get. Also, I did a poll on my Instagram and told people I was going to film and got questions from there, so I'll answer a few questions as well. So one thing I do want to say is that I am new to this. So if you are vegan, or if you've been vegan, if this is your lifestyle and you've done it for a while, please do not, and most vegan people that I've met are not like this, but I'm just saying because you know how the internet is. I don't want anyone to judge me because I'm still learning and I'm still new, but I wanted to share my experience for those who are interested and are possibly thinking about turning vegan. So without further ado, I'm just going to start off with the questions because a lot of the questions that I was asked kind of trickle into like everything I would explain to you guys. So the first question, which is the most basic and most asked question that I usually get, is how did I become vegan and why? So this, I'm gonna try to answer this question like really, I'm gonna try to make it short with giving you as much detail or try to make it as best as possible. So about almost 2 years, I want to say 2 years, I could be wrong. I'm going to say 1.5 to 2 years. About 1.5 to 2 years ago, Aaron just texted me from the other room, it was a year ago. Okay, so it was a year since, damn, it felt longer, but whatever. Me and Aaron made a decision to cut out red meat and pork. It was, I think it was like a health decision, but also we would see a lot of things, and we were just getting tired of it, so we just cut it out. Bam. That was my first step. Mind you, at this point now, I did not know about being vegan, didn't have any intentions to become vegan. We were just cutting it out. So every time I would cook chicken, and this is something that Aaron can attest to, like whenever I cook chicken, if the chicken is slimy, if it has a funny smell, if I see a little bit of blood, if there's like extra anything, I can't cook it. I don't want to touch it, I don't want to cook it, I don't want to eat it. And literally, I'll be in the kitchen, I'll be ready to, this is prior. I would be cooking chicken, and if it's slimy, I'll be like, Aaron, can you cook this because I'm not gonna eat it. Like, I would get grossed out randomly. And it came out of nowhere. Like, it was just something that, it was like a texture thing and a visual thing for me. And that's, for me personally, with my eating habits, it's always been visual and texture. I've always been the pickiest person. So yeah, so chicken would gross me out, and we also had like some type of vegan options in our house. Like Aaron doesn't really drink regular milk. He would buy soy milk. So he put me onto soy milk and I liked it. And I'm like, cool, I could cut out dairy. Well, cut out cow milk. So it was little things that were leading me up to this already and I wasn't even knowing. So after the chicken part, I randomly started Googling like about vegan diets and vegetarian diets and doing a little bit more research. I reached out to a few people that I follow on Instagram who are vegan, asked them a few questions. I asked them a few questions, got a little insight, a little bit of information, and I decided that I wanted to just go ahead and be vegan. It was like cold turkey for me. Like, I told Aaron, I'm like, we gotta go to the supermarket, I gotta buy a bunch of vegan groceries and just start cooking my vegan meals. We went to the grocery store and I just went through and started picking up stuff that I just figured was vegan, like vegetables, fruit, that it's obviously vegan, like vegetables, fruits, potatoes, well, certain things like that. And I picked up, they had veggie burgers when I went into the supermarket, so I got lucky because I was new and I didn't know how to cook many vegan meals. So I got veggie burgers. After that, I watched a documentary called What the Health, which is a very controversial documentary. I know it came out a few years ago, but I had never watched it. And I watched the documentary after deciding I wanted to become vegan. So I decided to become vegan, and then I watched the documentary. After watching the documentary, it just fueled me even more to become vegan, because the stuff that you see on there is like pretty intense and very informative. After watching that documentary, I watched a few more. In the midst of becoming vegan, I was talking to my friend Mo about it, and we kept sharing information with each other, and then she decided to go vegan with me, so we kind of did it together. So it kind of helped to have someone, you know, going along with you. Like if you feel like you're lost and you don't have enough information or you don't know what to eat, you had someone there. So that was cool. So fast forward, it's been about a month and a half, almost 2 months since I've been vegan. And that's my intro to why and how. That was a hefty one. I'm gonna try to make the other answers a little bit shorter. Okay, so the next question is, how long have you been vegan? I answered that, which has been about a month and a half, almost 2 months now. What made you decide to go vegan? Answered that. Is it difficult being vegan when your spouse or partner is not? So, personally for me, I don't feel like it's difficult, because prior to me even being vegan, Aaron was low-key eating vegan things, and not even knowing, and him low-key sometimes not even knowing. Like he would buy, he knew soy milk was like vegan. He would buy soy milk, he would buy like cauliflower, spinach, kale, he would buy all these things, celery juices, but then like sometimes he'll eat like meat and seafood and stuff like that, and dairy things and eggs. So it's not that hard for me, and also Aaron he'll eat whatever. Like I could cook a freaking spinach lasagna, which that's not even a real thing, I don't feel like, but he would eat it. Like he doesn't care, he's not picky. So for me it's pretty easy. The only different thing now, living with someone and them not being vegan, is when we go grocery shopping. Like in the beginning when we went grocery shopping, we would go on separate shops. Like he would buy a whole bunch of his own stuff and I'll buy a bunch of my own stuff. As before me being vegan, we would just shop together. Now it's kind of blending a little bit, so like we'll buy things that we both like that are vegan, and then he'll buy his little things on the side, and I'll buy my little things extra as well. So that answers that question. What non-vegan foods do you miss most now that you are vegan? The thing that I used to eat the most was pizza. I can have pizza now. There are vegan pizza options, but having a Domino's pepperoni thin crust, I was just talking about this the other day, like I will really fuck up a Domino's pepperoni thin crust pizza. So I do miss pizza. I miss like the New York slices, Domino's pizza. Like I miss that flavor, and I'm talking about it now, and I'm kind of like trying to hold myself back. But I need to do like explore other vegan pizza options so I can like fill that void and get that out the way. But pizza is definitely one of my main things, and Oreos, cookies and cream ice cream. Oreos are vegan, but cookies and cream ice cream. There are vegan ice creams I have tried which are pretty good, but yeah. So those two are like my main things, I think. Everything else I'm not really pressed about. The next question is, have you noticed any difference in your body or overall? So I have noticed very subtle differences, and the reason I probably haven't noticed other differences is because when I went into being vegan, like when I started being vegan, I didn't like weigh myself. I didn't like go get checked out and see how my health is now and then and stuff. So I can't really give those statistics, but what I can say is like now when I eat a meal, I don't feel like sluggish and like tired or like, you know, the food coma or the itis. Like I don't feel like I get that. Like I still feel energized. Still feel like I can go throughout my day, opposed to before if like I had like a greasy meal or meat or something, I felt like it weighed me down and I felt tired. I don't feel as tired anymore. My insomnia, like my not sleeping so well, is pretty good. I have sensitive skin, and I've noticed that my skin has gotten a little better since being vegan. It's not like how it was before. I feel like I'm not as bloated when I eat either. Like, it depends. But for the most part, I have more energy and I feel like way better. Like, even mentally, like, I just feel better. It sounds crazy, but I definitely just feel lighter, better, and more positive, like, throughout my day, and like fresh. I don't know. It sounds crazy, but for those who can relate, we see each other. The next question is, what's your current favorite vegan foods? What are your favorite current vegan foods? Okay, so I'm not the most healthiest vegan, and yes, there are different types of vegans if you look into it. Because there's like raw vegans who don't eat cooked meals, which I don't know if I can do that yet, but more power to you. But my favorites so far, fried cauliflower wings and sweet potato fries have been like my go-to, only because they taste so good. And also the Beyond Meat burgers. Oh my God. They're kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie. They're like $6 for like 2 patties, but they're good. And there's a place called Mother Vegan in the city, in New York, obviously. They sell a lot of like burgers, and everything in there is vegan. And lately I've been eating a lot of vegan burgers and a lot of cauliflower wings. So, and then my unhealthy, well, those are kind of like, but Oreos, I've been eating Oreos like crazy, and tortilla chips, like, bitch, I need to lay off, seriously. Next question, what has been the easiest food transition? So, from before to now. Dairy, the replacement for dairy, so like, because there's so many different milks that people don't, there's soy milk, coconut milk, almond milk, oat milk, there's so many different milks, so that was easy. That's an easy transition for me. Vegan meats, so like I was saying, the burgers, the cauliflower chicken wings, things like that. I haven't really found, I used to eat a lot of scrambled eggs before too, but I haven't really found like an egg substitute. So if you're vegan and you have one, please feel free to drop any like suggestions for me below. I would appreciate that. If I want to become vegan, where should I start? So the first thing I would say is, if you want to become vegan, I would just do some research prior. Like, I wouldn't cold turkey. I wouldn't say do that, because you might like feel like you're like giving up some whole thing. But it was pretty easy for me. But I would do some research. I will watch a few documentaries like the one I named. I would reach out to people on Instagram who are vegan. There's a lot of people on Instagram. If you just type in vegan, you'll find them. There was this thing, I think like Beyonce did this thing about like switching a day out of your week for your meal. So like if you have meatless Monday or greens on whatever day, like I would start out with 1 day or 2 days and start eating vegan like those days, and see how you feel and see how you like the foods. Or just one meal out the day every day, like just your lunch or just your dinner or something. Start off with something small, do some research, and yeah, I think that's the best way to start, in my opinion, maybe. All right, so those are the most frequently questions I get asked on a daily basis. And to anyone else becoming vegan, one thing that is so annoying is when you meet someone or you're having a conversation and people find out that you're vegan and they try to like slide little slick remarks or make any little jokes. It's not funny, girl. Stop trying to be funny, because you're not funny. But if you're vegan and this tends to happen to you, like, don't let it beat you up, because people I don't get it. I'm not gonna get it. I don't get it. I don't criticize you for eating meat. I may feel some type of way. I may think things, but I'm not gonna read you or judge you about it. So don't judge other people for their lifestyle or their changes or whatever they want to do. All right, so that pretty much wraps up my video. I hope I was able to answer as many questions as I can. I hope it was informative. If I missed anything, feel free to comment below, or feel free to go to my Instagram and you can ask me questions there. I have a little insight on my page. Maybe I could like pop it up right here and show you. I have a little insight. It says vegan eats. So sometimes I try my best to like cook some meals and post them up there, or when I go out to eat and post them, so you can check that out. But I hope this was informative. I hope you guys enjoyed. And so y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna see me. Y'all thought y'all was gonna get away without subscribing. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe. Make sure you get the bell so you can get that notification, so you can get that email notification. Gang, drop a comment. You know I'm always here. All right. So thank you guys for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment, like, share, all of that. See you guys in the next video. Bye.